Ellis Ramala's 4th-minute goal in their penultimate Betway Premiership outing of the previous campaign.
So what is very clear is that there was definitely a big improvement for Kaizer when they started the season last and into the way that they finished. Remember, they could never hold on to any lead. They couldn't defend at all. So I think what happened this season was just a build-up from what we saw last season or towards the end of the season.
The last season they only won 8 games all campaign in the Betway Premiership. They already have half as many wins after 5 games. And they came into this encounter with 13 points. The previous campaign, it wasn't until their 9th game that they managed to hit that particular mark. Asking a lot of Makhalwa. Retrieved by Munade. Letlapa to Kaizer, back to Letlapa, Munade. What's been made mention of several times, Chiefs making this strong starts, but the last time they went unbeaten in their opening 5 was the last time that they won the league. That was in 2014-15. They went through their first 19 games without a loss, which I think was an unbeaten streak that eclipsed something that you managed during your time at Kaizer Chiefs, something similar, 15-16 games or so.
1990. You see, the problem with some of these years that I get to mention, then I start thinking, where was Grant? You know, that's the only challenge that I know you've done a lot of work in trying to work out those numbers, which is excellent and very important for you.
There's Makhalwa. Still he continues on. He's kicked the ball into the area. It's just about kept alive. Carthy scrapes it away. Falls here for Gaston Sereno. Tetwa. Sereno losing out to Ramala. It's had a good game so far.
Talking about the Chiefs losing ball position in their own half. It's just one of those moments that hasn't quite worked out for them tonight. Continuously giving ball possession away. Finding it hard to thread that pass through. That's why if you talk just about how many times has Silva gotten into the ball, not much. And he finds himself dropping a little bit too deep just to get involved.
There's Makhalwa again, taking on Frosler. Lovely battle between those two, which Frosler this time succeeds in. Now given away by Lileto for Ramala. Munade takes over. Oh! He's done it again. Bradley Grobler has restored Sekhukhune United's advantage.
Once again, ball given chipping away in that build-up stage. This build-up stage I've been talking about, that Chiefs have failed to come out of their half successfully. And this one gets picked up, and Sekhukhune took Grobler in the way that he picked up with one leg and turned and sliced it on. Probably Peterson unsighted. Chiefs gets a hold of the ball. There. Wrong pass, which was meant from Tetwa. Beauty. That is a beauty of a goal. On the 10. That's why I'm thinking the way Peterson dives, it's somebody that I've seen the ball very late.
Bradley Grobler scored his first ever goal against Chiefs all the way back in 2008 for Platinum Stars. And a man who's now in his 19th season of league football in this country.
19.
Unbelievable. Has just continued to score against Kaizer Chiefs over the years. And Grobler's teams he's been a part of, whether he has scored or not, including tonight, have now managed to score against Chiefs the last 15 times they've met them. The last time Grobler featured in a game against Chiefs in which his team did not score, as Zapata gets gloves on that, was back in the 2012-13 season for Ajax. Klovu gets it from Lilepo, the cutback is good. Silva sets it for Frosler, and then has a go himself. There's the corner.
Bit of variation from Kaizer Chiefs. Nice from Globo, who gets the pass, cuts it back. But look at the green shirts just behind the ball here. Which is where I think Sekhukhune have been brilliant in the way that they defended. Great numbers behind the ball when they don't have it.
Grobler with the defensive work. Marco. Gets it from Savino. Modi down under the challenge. Free kick Chiefs. Everton is not convinced.
There's no argument there. What hands?
Another off-season signing that is so far looking to be a very shrewd piece of business by Sekhukhune United. They have deep connections in the first division, having ascended to the top flight in the traditional way through promotion. Just over the top. Well, this is worth a go for Lilepo, and in fact they will get a corner out of the situation.
I guess he gets his fingertips to the ball. Better angle? Yes.
Oh, definitely. Tip over the touch, the crossbar. Serino with the out-swinging delivery. Again, it meets the Chiefs' heads. Silva can't direct it on target. Kaizer Chiefs have won 4 of the previous 8 meetings against Sekhukhune. Babinonoko with 2 wins and a couple of draws as well. It's floated in by Frosler, claimed by Nzabata. It's the 1-year-olds from Angola in Zambia. Sekhukhune United failed to beat Chiefs in their last 4 attempts. Not since they did the double over them in the 2022-23 season have they managed to win. Nube scoring in their away fixtures. Through goes Monare. Oh! He's got the third! What a wonderful goal for the birthday boy! And Sekhukhune United race into a 2-goal lead. 26th.
There's a problem in the pressing in that middle. And also the defensive line are being found on the front foot. If you can't close the man, the ball carrier, you got to be on the back foot, and that wasn't the case. Easy for Monare to run through the middle, through into the attacking phase with nobody. Now, it's a clearance initially. What an easy flick. That's the point. Once again from Krugler. Nobody challenges him. They failed even when they challenged him. This time, nobody was even closer. And yet, you can't still cover. If you're not going to be there with him, then pull back so that you can at least expect a chance from the second ball. Excellent composure all the way.
Now, Kaizer Chiefs fans have forgotten this feeling.
It's been some time.
Bradley Grobler with that assist. That's now in 21 league games against Kaizer Chiefs. 9 goals and 3 assists. Lovely run. It's a really good tackle. Sekhukhune United have managed half a dozen shots in total, 4 on target, 3 goals. They came into this game with the 4th best conversion rates in the league, 11.8% of all their shots finding the back of the net. That would have improved drastically. Another strong run by Low, but showing too much of the ball to the defense of Sekhukhune.
Another attack. That doesn't go too far. It's got to be better. Chiefs. The worst part is when you give away position when you're on the front foot. It doesn't give you much recovery time to defend.
There's Miguel. Frosler. Now there's a lack of awareness and communication as in global lets fly from range. Well, that little dinked ball by Frosler looked to be a good one. Yeah, Silva who gets it. Unnecessary touch. Yeah, he was going to race onto it.
Another flick for Krogler. This time Tetra fails to win it.
Kaizer.
Half an hour remains. Kaizer Chiefs trailing by 2 goals at home to Sekhukhune United. 4 previous instances they've hosted them. They've won 3 rather, and lost the 1. It's a decent ball in. Frosler now. Corner. In comes the corner. And it will be a goal kick now. Here's Mtetra. Munare goes down clutching his head, and the ball will be played out so he can receive some attention, and it now provides the appropriate stoppage for 5 fresh players to come on. 3 for Chiefs, 2 for Sekhukhune United. And here's a man smiling despite the current scoreline. Baltimore FC is Victor today. He is also a victory account holder, so he is departing the Calabash with a cool 20k. Let's confirm the subs for you. Sekhukhune Mtetra, Gaston Sereno, Flavio Silva making way for Sekhukhune, Dushabalala and Wandile Duba all coming on.
Key is Sekhukhune in that middle part for me. That's where Jesus fed themselves in a big way. No successful passes going forward. How is one of those that had to give the ball away? But will players around him will come into the party in support is another question. But he certainly, for me, is the man that can help stabilize things in the middle.
And then we've already caught a glimpse of 2 players that have been prepared here for Sekhukhune United. Sean Mochela, who's going to be making his 3rd sub appearance of the season, and a man recruited from TS Galaxy, Spil Mahlangu, earning his first minutes in a Sekhukhune shirt. So Mochela goes onto the right. We know his speed. Mahlangu goes to the left where he plays as an inverted. So more attacking options for Sekhukhune. Mahlangu won't be able to add to his assist tally. The man who has 4 this season. He got a hat-trick of assists in their 3-0 win over Oldwood College. Mochela has plenty of pace to burn, which might be useful as Chiefs in the remaining 25 minutes or so look to try and re-establish themselves in this game. Munare's goal has helped him into a fairly comfortable position. Flicked by Krobler.
He's winning all the flicks. He's winning all the headers. The very thing that Chiefs can't do, the defenders, to say if Krobler's going for a flick, yes, one defender must go with him, but the others must cover all the possible direction that the ball might end up. And more likely to see he's going to flick backwards in helping somebody coming deep from the middle. And they just need to Man, mark that man. Whoever runs out from deep in the middle must be marked.
Ellis Ramana to take. Chiefs looking to clear their lines. To Shabalala. The pressure from Kaizer. Header away. Finds Modi. He slid it through here for Lilepo. Brilliantly cut out. Well, the defence of Sekhukhune United, Brighton Glovu in the heart of it in particular, doing really well.
Lilepo a bit more central now.
Oh, manana. Oh,
Willing to do Z, maybe coming in as a 10. And do the right. Heading talk alongside Lilepo.
Panda.
Glove. Space for Frosler. Clappers quickly out to meet him though. Kati for Miguel. Taylor. Frosler. Swings it across. Tuva straining for that one. Gets contact, but wide of the mark.
Trying to get into the box must be way better. Tuva's not the tallest, I know he jumps very well, but sometimes it's like too high. It's asking too much from him. It's just a simple lack of quality of the balls placed into the box when they do get wide.
Chases Mahlangu. By Makan. Glove to Miguel.
Nice.
Kaizer Chiefs need 2 goals to rescue a point here. If they can avoid defeats, it'll be the first time that they go more than 7 games, that's of course stretching back to last season, without a loss for the first time since the 2019-20 season when they came very close to claiming the title. And funnily enough, that last longest unbeaten streak, the last time that they had an unbeaten streak longer than this, William, it was put to an end by Supersport United. That was during the 2019-20 season. It was in January 2020, and I think you know what I'm going to say. Who scored in that game? Bradley Kwabla. Kotoso was actually on the bench for Sekhukhune United this evening, equalised on that particular day for Chiefs. Glover's been able to work it out to Lilepo, then it's lifted in. Bule Modi, I'm not sure if his intention was to go for goal, but it forced a save out of Sabata. Taking it quickly. Taylor for Shabalala. Taylor again. Measures his ball in. Nodded down by Lilepo. Referee not interested in the appeal, despite the fact that Michael was upended.
Yeah, I caught him.
Yeah. Did look as though Modi was seeking only to cushion that towards the back post where Dubo was attacking that back pole.
Great goalkeeping. The decision, of course, to just be able to just get that finger onto the ball to feed over. It's quality from Sabata.
The Chiefs have now taken 9 shots, just 4 on target though. In their previous match before the international break, they had 19 shots against Le Mans for Golden Arrows. They hit the target 7 times in that particular game. It's the most they've managed in a single match this season. Last campaign, they only managed to hit the target 7 or more times in a game on 5 occasions. Rashidin Nabi has prepared another 2 changes that we will learn of shortly. Aaron Tinkler making a couple of alterations of his own. So off come Ndlovu and Modi. And the man who was used as a sub more than anyone else last season, Fundo Vilakazi, is introduced once again. It's his 4th sub appearance of this campaign. Matlo appearing for just the 2nd time this season. So it's all 5 changes made now. Slightly off balance. Shabalala. Can't make the space to shoot. Maklo. Vilakazi might. He lays it off to his fellow sub. It's on the left foot of Vilakazi. Jinks past one. One touch too many.
Look, defensively, I think Sekhukhune have been brilliant. The way that they are closing down those passing lanes for Chiefs, they're making it so hard for Chiefs to even try to thread the ball through. That has been their biggest achievement. Eric Tinkler, for the game, he talks about things that they've improved. It's in the way that they set themselves out in the middle. And it's just the work ethic is something else that has already added into what he thinks is working for them. You can see it clearly. They really are working for one another. Tactically, technically, decision making.
Yes, Lilepo. Well positioned. Sabata really has to move to make that stop.
careful if you have to hit people hard. Sometimes you get hit hardest.
So let's confirm changes here with the former Kaizer Chiefs man. He spent 7 seasons at Amokosi. And Kodoso is on. He's approaching 300 top flight appearances in South Africa. Sekhukhune is the man who replaces Bradley Grobler. He departs with just under a quarter hour to go. There's Grobler having put in an unbelievable shift today. 2 goals and an assist. Shabalala, fresh from having linked up with the national team, got a taste of what it's like to be part of the Bafana squad. Here is again a little back heel for Lilepo, challenged by Sean Mokhela. Sekhukhune, who's on for just the 2nd time this season, latched onto that one. Now Mokhela. Kaizer Chiefs have suffered just 1 loss in their last 13 visits from Limpopo sides, and that was against Sekhukhune United, 1-0 defeat in January of 2023. Over that period, they've won 7 and drawn 5, so usually they cope pretty well with visits from sides from up north. Turf getting a little torn up on the north end here at the FNB Stadium.
That is normally the side that is very wet. I'm a little bit surprised that this sandy, because it hardly gets the sun.
It does see a lot less sun, yeah.
Yes.
Oh man, what a challenge that was earlier from Mokhela. Shabalala. Shabalala does get the ball in for Frosler. Vilakazi. Funo Vilakazi sees a sight of goal. He's very left-footed.
Once again, a sea of green in front of the black and gold.
Shabalala, Taylor. Men in the box. Here's Lilepo. Stolen from him. The expense of a corner. Kaizer. And with the armbands today, keeps the armband, with Kodoso having started on the bench to captain the team against Durban City as well. Taylor. Pulls the trigger, denied at the near post by Tabata.
It's a great save. Listen, this gets hits from some distance, but the players in front of him, I'm not sure just how much he saw of it. His reaction was excellent.
Shabalala puts it in. Tabata's behind Lilepo's header.
Oh, he's enjoying himself.
Yeah, that's his 7th save this evening.
That's what I'm talking about, that stretch. Because if a player strikes a ball from here, the chance that it can go wide. So he's caught between covering the near and the far post. He stretches very well to cover his near.
Remaining, Vilakazi drills the ball forward, looking for Shabalala. It's nodded down by Mahlangu for Mokhela.
is a slight change. A breath of fresh air into the attack of Kaizer. For the first time, they've sustained the pressure on Sekhukhune. Yes, I guess the influence of these new players that were brought in has made a very big difference. They're not afraid to take players on, and also the combinations are much better. They're not as obvious as they were earlier.
It's another one.
It's now becoming a shooting practice.
Kaizer Chiefs management to such a strong start to the season. Anything could still happen here with 8 regulation minutes remaining, but to ship 3 goals, having kept 5 clean sheets. In fact, this is the first time in what is the 9th meeting between these two sides that either of them has been able to score more than 2 goals.
Same problem that we saw throughout the game. Well, what you might not have noticed, sitting next to Kaizer Jr. on the far left in that stand is Mr. Nkune, one of the board members or shareholders in this Kaizer side.
Rather unfortunate slip, but able to find a pass for Shabalala. Ilepo coming in fields, then very inaccurate in looking for Vilakazi.
I guess with only about 6 minutes and a little bit more remaining, it makes sense for the green shirts just tidying up defensively for Sekhukhune.
Well, the job is effectively done at the other end. The Kaizer Chiefs on a couple of occasions have scored 2 against Sekhukhune, but Sekhukhune never managed to score more than 1 against Chiefs. Another interesting statistic coming out of tonight is that we saw the 13th, 14th and 15th different scorer in this time this evening. Out for a Chiefs throw-in. Frostler can hold him long if he chooses to. Frostler's low ball in away by Munade. His goal is the one that's given him this cushion. 6 games into the season, we'll get back to that. Just Kaizer Chiefs try and make something happen on the edge of the area. To Shabalala. For a goal kick. I was mentioning Tabang Munade, 6 games into the season, he has his 2nd goal. It's only the 2nd time in his career that he's scored more than 1 league goal in a single campaign. The last time he did it was back in 2016-17 for Wits. Those goals also came not in successive games, but for him, successive games that he played. Having scored against Durban City last time out, back-to-back goals, somewhat of a rarity for Munari, and to get more than 1 in a season as well. Wow.
I like what I see from Shabalala. He came in and you can see He's hungry. He's like pushing forward. He's taking to the zone. Defensively, Sekhukhune is very tight, so combinations aren't going to always work. But what he does here is when you take a -1 player, it just opens up going forward. This is what he's doing since he came in.
And it's Ramala is the latest player into the book. Only the second player this evening, along with Inacio Miguel, to actually receive a yellow card. Frostler fouled.
Looks like it's a bad injury for a couple. And it's one of those tools that you get just behind your knee.
Such a key member of the team, one of those who've started all 6 league games this season. But they can't replace him because they have already made all 5 changes. Forward by Taylor. Tabata's been in the wars today.
And what are we going to see here? It's Miguel who's on a yellow. If it is picked up that he used his elbow, then
well, to start this season, it seems like he's cleaned up his act somewhat. If you remember how often he was suspended in the previous campaign, an accumulation of yellows and red cards indeed.
Kaizer is basically saying, listen, no worries, this game is about to end. So you don't need to come out with games here.
Terence Sinclair taking his team back to the top of the table. A man who's looking to extend his unbeaten league run as a coach against Kaizer Chiefs to 10 on the spin. There is Miguel. Level on the left-hand flank. Gets it again from Taylor. About to enter into 5 additional minutes. To Shabalala. Matlu. There's Reef Frostler.
Too much recycling.
Vilakazi. And need to make something happen now. Lilepo. The flag is up.
There might have been a hint of a penalty call, but because he was offside already, that's not going to be considered. Now, yes.
Refrosler looks long for Duba. Anyway, will do for Letlapa. Job almost done. Thanks to a brace from Bradley Frobler and another from Tabang Munare. The two veterans, 37 and 36 respectively, have undone Chiefs at Soccer City. Bradley Frobler actually hadn't scored against Chiefs in his last 4 matches versus them. Having actually netted in 4 successive games prior to that. The last goal that he got against Chiefs prior to this evening was in a 1-1 draw in the 2020-2021 season. Although he did provide an assist 2 seasons back whilst at Supersport United for Terence Tukamanja's winner against Chiefs at the Peter Makaba Stadium. Nice take from Dushabalala. And a free kick for Chiefs. None of the usual suspects in terms of competent direct free kick takers are on the field. Gaston Serino has already been hooked off because Kwilen Ngobo's also a brilliant option, having scored from a free kick in their opener against Stellenbosch. He's not part of the squad today.
Tell you, the coach might need to consider maybe bringing him to a little bit early, because I think he transformed to this game.
Yeah.
He really put in his everything to see if Chiefs can come back.
So the right foot of Lilepo, the left of Vilakazi, the two potential takers. Vilakazi is a very, very good set-piece taker, it must be said.
But the angle is for Lilepo.
And it has to be now if they have any chance of salvaging a point. This has to go in.
But if Vilakazi does get it around the wall, maybe, just maybe.
Vilakazi. And it's over the targets.
Idea was there, but he needs just too much technique to get it around the wall and hold the ball to spin back to as well. Also, the height was an issue. I like. Obviously, we're talking men of the match possibilities. I like the goalkeeper. I thought he's contributed quite a great deal as well, and really made himself. Remember, this is his first game, by the way.
Yes, Lilepo.
Very interesting. I wasn't sure exactly how he's going to come from having not played
That's low,
first game of the season. But performance today was brilliant.
Shabalala combining with Duba. Trele gets a toss in the box. Having attempted already 2 shots from distance. Refrosler hangs it up, but that's a good win in the air from Brighton Glover. There's another that stood out this evening amongst many in green who have really produced solid performances out there.
Gotta do a bit on that.
And that sums it up for Kaizer Chiefs, the final moments of the game. A game that has seen Sekhukhune United emerge as 3-1 victors, and they head back to the top of the table. They leap above champions Mamelodi Sundowns. They are the first team to inflict defeat upon Kaizer Chiefs this season, and they themselves remain unbeaten in the Betway Premiership as Eric Tinkler's remarkable record against Amakosi continues.
Brilliant display of football. Discipline more than anything. Obviously, occasionally when they got the opportunity